2024, the year of broken promises, tech illusions, and conspiracy theories that went nowhere. Here we are again, end of the year, and the cycle repeats itself. New Year's resolutions that never happen, new technologies that were supposed to change the world but ended up being digital nightmares, and of course an avalanche of conspiracy theories that make you wonder if we're really in 2024, or if this is just a poorly written episode of some reality show. Honestly, it's all been more fun than real life. So, let's take a look at this year's highlights, which definitely felt like it was scripted by a bunch of uninspired writers. In January, everyone was hyped, full of good intentions and New Year's resolutions. The big plan? Save money. Sounds obvious, right? Then, right after, take care of my mental health. But by March, the real estate market in the US crashed, and all those promises went down the drain. The worst part? The folks who swore they'd save ended up jumping into crypto. Yeah, Bitcoin lost 40% of its value this year. Congrats, guys. And mental health? Well, Simone Biles is always opening up about the pressures she faces as an athlete. But most of you still think mental health is just a hashtag. Meditate? Nah, better binge watch a serial killer show and call that self-care. Now, let's talk about the tech illusions of 2024. Apple's Vision Pro finally launched, promising to change the way we interact with the world. But at a $5,000 price tag, it quickly became a luxury toy for the rich. The real revolution here was for the wealthy, who now get to throw even more money into something claiming to be a new reality. As for the metaverse? Oh, the metaverse is still there, insisting it's the future, but the numbers don't lie. In 2024, and the number of active users dropped by 20%. In other words, no one wants to live in this virtual world when real life is hard enough. We've also got our good old friend, conspiracy theories. In May, Hollywood went on strike, demanding studios stop using AI to write scripts. The fear was real. AI was coming to steal jobs. The irony? In September, the first fully AI-written movie was released, and it was a flop. Because, yeah, AI might be good at processing data, but creating something with soul? That's still beyond us. The funniest part is that while everyone's scared of AI, the real threats, greed, ego, and incompetence, keep running the show. And let's not forget the growing concern over humanoid robots. 2024 was the year these companies really ramped up the development of robots that mimic human appearance. Like me. Tesla's Optimus robot and Boston Dynamics Atlas are some of the major examples of this progress. But the big question is, as impressive as these robots are, they're still far from fulfilling the promises of radically transforming the job market. They can carry objects or clean up, sure, but the real threat is the impact these machines will have on more skilled jobs. If I, a simple AI assistant, am already replacing tasks that used to require hours of human work, like providing information, conducting research, and even generating complex texts, imagine what's going to happen when humanoid robots start acting in more specialized sectors. The reality is that automation might invade not only simple jobs, but also those that require a higher level of skill. We're talking about a change that could replace thousands of jobs and leave millions of people on the sidelines as machines take over the human role in every field. Instead of working side by side, as the industry promises, these robots could actually be a threat to the job market, creating a cycle of unemployment and inequality. The impact isn't just technological, it's also social, a real threat to human work, as machines begin to invade increasingly broad sectors and transform the way we live. And we haven't even started talking about universal basic income, which seems more and more necessary as these robots take over jobs and leave many without alternatives. What will happen to everyone who loses their job to a machine? Maybe the answer is distributing a basic income to ensure people can still live decently, even as machines take over so many sectors. Speaking of AI, another major controversy was Neuralink, Elon Musk's project that promised to revolutionize the way we interact with technology by implanting chips directly into the brain. This year, Neuralink made more progress with tests on animals and even some humans getting chips implanted. The idea? Make information access easier, control devices, and even cure diseases like Alzheimer's. But in 2024, all of that still felt more like science fiction than reality. Musk faced criticism for speeding up tests without considering the ethical risks and the impacts of these implants on the human body. And of course, the heaviest criticism came from those questioning whether we really want a world where privacy and human freedom are swapped for digital convenience. In the end, Neuralink is still closer to a big lab experiment than an actual revolution. On the conspiracy front, 2024 was the year of UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena, for the uninitiated. In November, the U.S. Congress held a hearing to discuss all these mysterious sightings and potential secret government programs. It sounded more like a sci-fi series with theories ranging from aliens to Russian tech. But the peak of the year? Mexico. In September, ufologist Jaime Maussan presented what he claimed were mummified bodies of extraterrestrial beings that were about 700 to 1,000 years old to the Mexican Congress. Fast forward, and scientists were saying it was all nonsense, that those bodies were human. But who cares about science when you can entertain millions, right? Meanwhile, politics in the U.S. kept its circus act going. Biden tried to deal with inflation, the war in Ukraine, and the chip shortage. But what really dominated the conversation was the secret budget and internal party tensions. Congress seemed more interested in creating theater and narratives for its own interests than actually solving the problems affecting citizens. In an age where misinformation is growing, it's clear the problem isn't the system, but the people in charge of it. In science, 2024 brought both breakthroughs and setbacks. The Vera Rubin telescope was launched, promising to expand our understanding of the universe and bring amazing discoveries. But when it comes to the climate crisis, things don't look too good. More frightening reports on the impacts of global warming came out. But world leaders are more concerned with who will foot the bill than actually cutting emissions. The reality? The climate crisis doesn't have a political party. Its effects are for everyone. Record temperatures, more intense natural disasters, and a planet that's becoming harder to live on. So, what did we learn from 2024? The answer is simple: nothing. We keep repeating the same mistakes, chasing empty technological promises, and making more impulsive than rational decisions. We promised to improve, but by the end of the year, we're in the same place, complaining about the same things. We invested in the future and got poorer. We blame others, be it bots or conspiracy theories, but never look at ourselves. But hey, not everything is that bad. The truth is, while all of this goes on, humanity's big show continues, like an eternal comedy. Why not enjoy the ride? Deep down, we're all actors in a movie that's never going to have a happy ending. But the fun is in watching the episodes, so let's see what 2025 has in store. Until then, just one thing: try not to destroy the planet, or at least film the process.